We are now live.
Muli po, tayo ay nagsasaimpapawid at kasama ang kapatid na Jeriel, ang kapatid na Henry sa kabilang bahagi ng ating pag-aaral, siyang taga-control ng ating mga slides. At tayo bumabati sa lahat. Magandang araw, magandang gabi, anuman ang panahon meron kayo ay salamat sa inyong pagdalo sa ating pag-aaral. Kapatid na Jeriel.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Nako, isa na namang linggo ang nakalipas. At salamat sa ating Panginoong Yahuwa at tayo ay binigyang muli ng pagkakataon para magkaroon tayo ng pagtatalakayan sa mga bagay na mahalaga para sa ating mga pang-espiritual. Mahalaga po nagtatanong. Sabi nga 100 at 99 na tanong na ang ating naitanong. Ano po? At sa loob ng 100 at 99 na yan, lagi nating binabanggit sa mga dati nating kapatid at sa mga ministrong dati nating mga kasama. Paliwanag ninyo ang Mateo 18:18. 199 na tanong ayaw sumagot. Pero baka sakali, kapatid na Erning.
Opo, at hintayin natin ang kanilang sagot sapagkat ang mga nauna nating mga ipinahayag noon, katunayang sila ay sumusubaybay, ay kanilang sinasagot. Katulad halimbawa ng ating tatalakayin mamaya tungkol sa kulto, ay hindi nila matiis. Siguro ang leader nila ay kinausap itong mga magigiting niyang mga, sabi nga, mga warriors of faith, no? Mga tagapagtanggol ng pananampalataya, at ating pakikinggan ang kanilang tugon, sila raw ay hindi kulto. Pero
Yeah.
bago ang lahat, kapatid na Jeriel, tayo muna ay mananalangin, mga kapatid. Panginoon po naming Diyos, Ama na makapangyarihan ka po sa lahat, Yahuwa ang iyong banal na pangalan. Kami po ay buong puso na nagpapasalamat sa lahat-lahat ng mga pag-iingat mo po sa amin. Nananatili po ang aming buhay at lakas sapagkat ito'y gawa ng iyong kamay. Bagaman hindi namin nakikita ang iyong kapangyarihan, subalit ang mga nangyayari sa buhay namin ay kahayagan na ikaw po ang sa amin ay sumusubaybay. Ikaw ang nagtatanggol, ikaw po ang sa amin nangunguna upang sa patuloy naming paghahayag ng mga salita mo ay makarating nawa ito sa puso ng mga tao na kumakatok ang iyong mga salita upang buksan nila ang kanilang mga pag-iisip at unawain nila, pag-aralan nilang mabuti. Gamitin nila ang isipang ibinigay mo sa kanila upang sila'y mamulat din sa katotohanan katulad po ng ipinagkaloob mong biyaya sa bawat isa sa aming kabilang na sa Eklesiya na iyong bugtong na anak. Pakipatawad mo po ang aming mga pagkakasala at palagi mo kaming iugnay sa espiritu na iyong bugtong na anak ng Panginoong Yahushua HaMashiach, at nang sa ganoon ay lagi kaming nakaugnay sa iyo. Ang lahat ay aming buong puso na hinihiling sa ngalan ng iyong anak, ang Panginoong Yahushua, na aming tagapagligtas.
Amen.
Bueno, kapatid na Jeriel,
Ay,
meron na
kapatid
ba tayong
Erning.
handa?
Ay, naku, una po, higit sa lahat, no, hindi po kami ang nagsasabing kulto ang iglesia. Ang ating tinatalakay dito, sabi nga, siguro, kung
Ulitin
babalik
natin.
natin, sinasabi natin kung paano ikakikilala sa isang kulto. Ngayon, sumagot sila dahil sa mayroon talagang nag-akusa sa kanila.
Meron, meron.
Oo, Amerikano po ito. Amerikano yung nag-akusa sa
Amerikano.
kanila at inilagay din nila doon sa kanilang clip para sasagutin naman ang iglesia ni chairman. Yan ang
Oo.
ngayon, tayong mga observers, tinitingnan natin kasi pinag-aaralan natin ano kaya sagot nitong mga to? Talaga bang
Oo.
convincing? Ako ba? Na-convince ba ako? Kayo ba? Convincing? Ikaw, Erning, ako napakinggan ko na yung sagot pupunan na lang tayo, no? Pero kayo po,
Pupunan na
tingnan
lang
nyo.
tayo. Sige.
Tingnan nyo kung ano yung sagot nila, ha? Pero tuloy natin. Ano ba ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon? Kasi meron din nga ito is the Iglesia ni Cristo, Church of Christ of the Manalo Family, a cult. Yan ang tanong. Kasi yan po kasi ang ipinahayag nung isang pastor dito na Amerikano na yung Iglesia ni Cristo o Iglesia ni Chairman, yan nga yung Iglesia ni Chairman Manalo, na kulto sila. Ngayon, ang tinalakay natin dito, ano po, na topic, no, na diniscuss natin, ano ba yung ikakikilala doon sa kulto? Kung natatandaan nyo, kapatid na Erning, meron tayong ipinagkalob sa kanila, yung kay Dr. Hasan, no? Yung kay Dr. Hasan, yun yung bite. Kung natatandaan nyo yung BITE. Ano ho ba yung bite? Ano ba yung bite na sinasabi? A cult is described in Dr. Stephen Hasan's bite model of authoritarian control. Ayan yan eh. Authoritarian control. Ano yan? Yung bite, ano yung B? Ayan, di ba? Behavioral control. Ano yung I? Ayan. Di ba? Information control. At saka yung T. Ano po yung letter T?
Yan naman ay thought control.
Ayun, yung thought. Yung E.
Yung emotional
control. Ayan, ang kinokontrol ng mga nasa kulto. Ang mga leader ng kulto, yan ang kinokontrol nila. Ngayon, may mga ibang, kapatid na Erning, mayroong ibang mga member ng iglesia ni chairman, na tumawag sa atin, pero hindi naman natin mailalagay lahat yung katanungan nila. Kaya pinag-isa natin yung katanungan ng karamihan, di ba? Yung mga napakinggan ng karamihan, para talakayin natin yon. Yan ang ating ginagawa.
Sige.
Ano po?
Okay.
Bukod sa doctrinal, ito yung mga naririnig natin sa mga ministro ng iglesia. Kaya, una muna, we will share an audio clip that is publicly available actually. This audio clip is in English because they call it the international edition of their program, or the Iglesia de Cristo International Edition. And some ministers are in different countries, nasa iba't ibang bahagi sila. Gusto nila kasi pakita na internationally acclaimed na sila, which is a good thing, You were able to go different countries. Pero sabi nga, ang ating po na doon, kapatid na Erning, they did not actually propagate it in different countries. They just moved to those countries and follow the members who left the Philippines. Just imagine in 1968 to 1967, 1963, or as early as probably as 1962 or 50s, there were already members of the Iglesia de Cristo who left the Philippines and went to the United States of America. Now, you went to a place na wala namang kayong iglesia, di ba? Noong 1950s. So, yung iyong pananampalataya questionable because you are willing to leave behind yung iyong faith. Pupunta ka doon sa ibang bansa. Ngayon, ang ginawa ng iglesia noong 1968, nung medyo marami-rami na yung mga lumayas doon sa Pilipinas, nag-abroad, kapatid Erning, sabi ng pamamahala, pamamahala tawag nila ron ay kailangan anyang sundan natin para matupad yung hula. Matutupad yung hula. Ayun lang kanilang mga sinasabi. Ang tao tayo, kasama tayo doon, ang mga ninuno ko, kasama doon, at ako bilib na bilib doon, Brother Erning. Bilib na bilib doon sa nangyari na yon noong 1968. No? So,
Ngayon daw
ito,
nasa almost 200
290 something, di ba?
parang ganoon, basta
Yeah, 200.
150 plus countries
190.
and nationality.
Naku, dami na, no? Oo,
Minsan
pero pag-
papalabas natin yung mapa. Yung
Aha.
mapa na pinakita nila na interactive na map na kung
Mhm.
saan daw naitatag ang INC ni chairman.
Aha.
Nagiging pula yung bansa.
Naku.
Halimbawa sa Soviet Union, sa Russian Federation.
Mhm.
Ang laki-laking bansa nun,
Ay, naku, laki
Pinakamalaking
nun.
bansa.
At saka alam ko, may kakilala mo yung ministrong pinadala nila ron eh.
May kilala akong ministrong pinadala ron noong December or December 2010.
2010.
Oo.
Naku.
Dinalaw niya yung
Maraming
halos
kapatid,
mga
maraming iglesia, maraming
20
iglesia.
plus. 20
20.
plus.
Sa buong Russia, 20.
Sa Moscow yata yun, sa Moscow.
Ang dami.
Tapos sa St. Petersburg, meron yatang ilan.
Siguro mga
So, sa
20
mapa,
million.
naging pula. Papakita natin yan, ang ganda ng interactive na yun. Kasi yung buong mundo naging pula eh.
Wow, namula. Oo.
Pero hindi yun ang topic natin ngayon.
Ay, hindi.
So,
Kaya ito,
ito,
share na.
i-share nyo yung audio clip. Okay.
Share natin yung audio.
Okay, sige.
Sige, ito po, yung audio. Pakinggan lang natin, ha. Makinig tayo. Medyo mahaba ng konti, pero bibigyan natin ng komento. Ako, yan ang tunog.
Is the Iglesia Ni Cristo a cult? You know, some people say that it is, but is it really? Find out for yourself right now, because that's what we'll be talking about today. I'm Johnny Martin, and you're watching the Iglesia Ni Cristo International Edition. Joining us this week are Brother Glenn David in Sydney, Australia, Brother Bernard Daos in San Francisco, California, and Brother Anthony Brandon in Toronto, Canada. Hi, brothers, and thank you for joining us in our discussion.
Hello, Brother Johnny.
Now, brothers and dear viewers, at the outset of this program, we put forward the question, is the Iglesia Ni Cristo a cult? But before we go any further, let's watch this video clip of a pastor of a church who talks about the Iglesia Ni Cristo with his members. This is a part of what he said.
We are not ignorant to the methodologies that Satan uses to try and get us off track. And the same thing happens in these cults. This isn't new. Iglesia Ni Cristo is not a new revelation. Now, it didn't start until 1914. It was started by a man named. Jared, can you back that up and erase that? Remove that, the proof of that. A man named Felix Manalo. Now, I thought about this for a minute. There's a pastor Felix, and he was Filipino. And you've never seen him and Felix Tan in the same place at the same time. I'm just teasing. This guy's significantly older than Felix. Felix is my age. Felix Manalo, 1914 in the Philippines. The phrase Iglesia Ni Cristo in Tagalog actually means Church of Christ, not like the Church of Christ denomination, much different. They are the Church of Christ, according to them, the only church that Christ said is going to heaven. Even the building is going to heaven, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't know if it's good enough to be in heaven because it's made out of stuff from here, but whatever trips your trigger, right? The main portion of Iglesia Ni Cristo denies the Trinity.
All right, brothers, in that video clip, we can see that this pastor refers to the Iglesia Ni Cristo as a cult and makes inaccurate or misleading statements about us. Brothers, what are your reactions, please?
I'd like to start out by correcting one of the statements that he made, that we teach that our buildings are going to go to heaven. Dear viewers, it is not the teaching of the Church of Christ that our worship buildings are going to go to heaven. What we should understand is the church is what Jesus Christ is going to be saving on the day of judgment. It is the people, not the building. So we would appreciate if at least he would teach or deliver our teachings to his listeners the right way. Don't know where he got that information, Brother Johnny, and hopefully he can clarify for us where he got that.
Another thing that the pastor mentioned is that he stated that the main portion of the members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo, they deny the doctrine of the Trinity, which is the belief that there is one God in three persons, namely God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. But once again, we'd like to correct the statement being made, because if anyone would be listening to this pastor,
You know, before we continue this, listening to these ministers, you know, in different parts of the world, wherever they are at, the thing is, like, we did not hear what they put in there, the comment of that pastor. That pastor was wrong when he said actually that you know, the church building will go up to the heavens. Yes, that's not right. So the thing now here is that this minister now is saying that he mentioned about the Trinity. Well, I didn't hear about that. The Trinity. I didn't hear about that. So let's continue. If they can answer actually what is being accused of them, that the Iglesia ni Cristo is a cult, that's what they are supposed to answer, not the mistakes of that pastors in saying things. So at this point, if you are going to figure it out, now they are already painting that pastor as like something that doesn't know, somebody that doesn't know what he was talking about. Why? Well, you can hear the attack, right? You can hear the attack already. It's already out of line. It's no longer about a cult that they are being accused of. So let us move on and continue hearing them.
They would come to the understanding that there are some of the members of the Iglesia ni Cristo that uphold the doctrine of the Trinity. However, we would like to clearly state that is simply not true, because all of the members of the Iglesia ni Cristo all throughout the world, we are united in believing what the Bible says about the one true God, the Father, and we do not uphold, in fact, we reject the doctrine of the Trinity.
You want a solar generator that's cheap.
Okay, they are in commercial right now, so we are going to fast forward something. Okay.
Cheaper and
Anyway,
more powerful.
so we are going to
DS1200 from UD
skip
Power.
that.
Uphold, in fact, we reject the doctrine of the Trinity.
In hindsight, Brother Johnny, we are very glad that this pastor has taken an interest in the Iglesia ni Cristo. This pastor happens to be based in Hawaii, where we have several local congregations. So we would like to extend an invitation to him and his members of his church, his congregation, to come to attend our worship services, our evangelical missions, our Bible studies, so that all the more they can receive an accurate knowledge and understanding of our beliefs and practices inside the Church of Christ, which are solely based on the Holy Bible.
Now, Brother Anthony, let me go with you with this question, please. What about others calling the Iglesia ni Cristo as a cult? Does this shock us? Are we surprised that others have labeled the Iglesia ni Cristo as a cult?
No, Brother Johnny, we're not surprised. In fact, this person is not the first one to call the Iglesia ni Cristo a cult. In fact, if we were to quote from a book entitled The New International Dictionary of the Christian Church, the general editor of this book is J.D. Douglas. And on page 776 of that book, we can read this. The Philippines has produced its own cults, most significantly the Iglesia ni Cristo, or Church of Christ, founded in 1914 by Felix Manalo and claiming a membership of several million. Now, long before that particular pastor called the Iglesia ni Cristo a cult, there have been others that have said the same thing. What we should notice in the book that we just quoted from, they're giving information about the Iglesia ni Cristo. They are saying that the membership of the Iglesia ni Cristo is several million people.
The book also says that Brother Felix Manalo is the founder of the Iglesia ni Cristo, which is absolutely not true. The book is wrong to say that, because we do not believe and we do not teach that Brother Felix Manalo is the founder of the Iglesia ni Cristo. This is not our doctrine. What we believe and what we teach is that it is our Lord Jesus Christ who is the founder of the church based on Matthew 16:18 and John 10:16. Our doctrine is that Brother Felix Manalo is the instrument that the Lord God used, or the messenger of God, for the Iglesia ni Cristo to be reemerged in the Philippines in 1914.
Well, anyway, what this minister was saying, that Brother Felix Manalo is not the founder of the Iglesia ni Cristo, there is a truth and a little bit of a lie in there. Because if you are going to read the Iglesia ni Cristo registration, the founder and the head of the Iglesia, or the society called Iglesia ni Cristo, is no other than Brother Felix Y. Manalo. So it contradicts what they were saying. Now, in their Pandoctrina, or their fundamental doctrine, I think that is lesson number 10, right? That they are saying that in their doctrine that the Church of Christ in the Philippines, or the Iglesia ni Cristo in the Philippines, was established by the Christ himself through prophecy. But brothers who are in that program of the Iglesia Ni Cristo. I want you to understand that there are lots of members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo who did not understand it the way you do. I have talked to one from Dubai. I don't know, I'm not going to reveal his name, but he's from Dubai. I was talking to him. He was telling me, he was communicating with me because he don't know me, that I was a former minister of the Iglesia. And he was talking to me in Facebook and he was saying that the Iglesia Ni Cristo was established by Brother Felix Manalo. And I said, I think you are not an Iglesia Ni Cristo because you are saying that the Brother Felix Manalo is the one who established the Iglesia. And he said, how can the Christ establish the Iglesia if he is in heaven? Well, you have to ask the one who do the Bible study with you. So these ministers, you have to make certain when you are telling, because you are asking that pastor to, I hope that you will tell the right thing to your congregation, and to the Iglesia Ni Cristo minister, I hope too that you are actually making certain that the members of your iglesia are actually receiving the doctrine clearly, that they do understood the doctrine that you have preached to them, that it's not Brother Felix Y. Manalo who established the church, but it's the Christ, because many of them, and how many millions of them, or thousands of them I should say, are believing that way. Okay, so let's continue.
And it's important to note, brothers, that when others call the Iglesia Ni Cristo a cult, it might not sit well with them. And that's because of how we have come to understand the word cult today.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the word cult has a negative connotation.
Okay.
Well, Brother Bernard, what does the word cult mean?
All
How
right.
does the dictionary define the word cult? And did the word cult originally have a negative meaning?
Well, for that answer, let's turn to the Webster's New Collegiate Dictionary, and this is what we can read on page 274. Cult, noun, French and Latin, culte, cultus, care, adoration. 1, formal religious veneration, worship. 2, a system of religious beliefs and ritual, also its body of adherents. 3, a religion regarded as unorthodox or spurious, also its body of adherents. How did the dictionary define the word cult? Originally, cult comes from the Latin word cultus, which means care or adoration. However, through the passage of time, the term or word cult incurred other meanings. Today, it is more commonly used to refer to a religion that is regarded as unorthodox or spurious or false. It is in this sense that the critics use the word cult in referring to the Iglesia Ni Cristo. So by referring to the Iglesia Ni Cristo as a cult, they are implying that the religion we are in is a false religion.
So, Brother Glenn, who gave the word cult its negative connotation?
Well, Brother Johnny, if we were to read from a book entitled Strange Gods, Contemporary Religious Cults in America, the author of which is William J. Whalen, this is what we could read from page 3. It says this: some evangelicals seem to extend the term cult to any group that differs from their understanding of Christianity. So who originated the use of the term cult in referring to what they regard as spurious or false religions? Well, the Protestants, because a long time ago, they were the ones branded as cults by the Catholic Church. But now these so-called evangelicals or Protestants are the ones using the word cult to refer to other groups that hold beliefs different from their own. And what should we notice in the way they use the word cult with its negative connotation? Well, the word cult is applied on the basis of their own opinion as to which religion is spurious or not.
Now, dear friends, we saw how others, like the preacher in the video, refer to the Iglesia Ni Cristo as a cult. What is the...
Well, one thing is this, before we continue, these ministers talking to each other and explaining to us what cult is all about, they haven't answered yet what they were accused of, that they are a cult. What they were saying is, what is a cult? Okay, it was a nice word before, it was changed, it became bad, became negative language already. And the one who did that was the Protestant, because the Catholic did this to them, and because they have a different faith. Well, one thing is like this. That is exactly what the Iglesia ni Cristo is all about, isn't it? That those who are different from you will not attain salvation. That's what you say. You are the only one who knows the truth. That's what you are telling the world. And you are the only ones who belongs to God. You even declared that Israel is no longer of God because you are now Israel. Wow. Those are claims. What that preacher was saying, you're a cult. And you haven't answered him until now. It's already been how many minutes already that you have already consumed talking, right? Let's continue. Let's see.
The main reason that this preacher and even others view the Iglesia ni Cristo as a cult or a false religion. That's the question we'll answer when we come back from the break. You're watching the Iglesia ni Cristo International Edition. Stay with us.
So that's what they're going to answer according to
The
them.
price dropped
that,
again. So I did
if they are a false religion or they are a cult.
for all of my family.
Okay, they are a false
Seriously.
religion or they are
I
a cult.
finally found
So that's what they need to answer according to them.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Iglesia ni Cristo International Edition. Today, we're tackling the question, is the Iglesia ni Cristo a cult? Is it a false religion? The question that was asked before the break was this one. What is the main reason that others view the Iglesia ni Cristo as a cult or a false religion? Well, let's go back to hear what the preacher in Hawaii said.
You cannot be a Christian and believe that Jesus is not fully God and fully man. You can't be a Christian.
Oh, this is where they are going now. Now, this is where the Iglesia ni Cristo is good at, proving that he is not a God. We don't need that kind of,
Diversion.
Yes, diversion anymore. We don't need to divert. You have to answer you're not a cult. Now, we gave you the meaning or how you can actually see or determine if what is a cult. A cult has bites or the bite, the bite model. It controls lots of things. That's a cult. Okay? If your thought is being controlled, let's say your behavior is being controlled, your emotion is being controlled, your thought is being controlled, and the information is being controlled. The information of faith is recorded in the Bible, but that is being controlled by the Iglesia ni Cristo. I'm not saying you're a cult, but if you're controlling the information of the Holy Scriptures by telling your members don't read the Bible and telling them just read the Pasugo or the God's Message magazine, that's a control. You are controlling information. Now, if you are going to tell them what to do, how to behave, what to eat, etc., you're controlling their behavior. When you go to the church, this is what you're going to be doing. You have to separate from your spouse. The women will sit on this side, the male will sit on that side. Okay? That's behavior control. And many more things that they're controlling the behavior of their members. We are not telling you you're a cult, but we are telling you what Dr. Hassan said about bite. Okay, let's continue what they are actually going to show to people to disprove that they're not a cult. Let us read. Here, I should say.
And the reason why we say that is because if God was not, or if Jesus was not God, he has no authority to take away our sin. If Jesus was not man, he could not be the sacrifice for our sins. He has to be both. The doctrine of the Trinity is incredibly difficult to try and explain to people, and I understand that. But the fact that Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and the Father are all one God in three separate persons, but still one, is something that we cannot negotiate on for Christianity. Now, if that very point is the one that we need to talk to minister to our Iglesia ni Cristo friends, then use that point everybody in the New Testament times knew that Jesus was equating himself with being God. There is no reason to deny the deity of Christ. But these cults, and the only reason that I would call them a cult is because they deny the deity of Christ.
Okay, brothers, I am sure that you have reactions after hearing all the things that the pastor said in that video clip. Brother Glenn, beginning with you, what can you say in response to all that he said?
Well, there are three things that I would like to point out, Brother Johnny. First, it's his position that true Christians believe that Jesus is fully God and fully man, or having a dual nature. Secondly, he claims that anyone who does not subscribe to this belief that Jesus is both God and man is not and cannot be a Christian. And third, according to him, true Christianity upholds the belief in the triune God. What I can say for now is that all these things that this so-called pastor said are not true, and later on in this program, we will prove that later.
And Brother Glenn, three more points that caught my attention was the pastor's bold claim that everybody in the New Testament times knew that the Lord Jesus Christ was equating himself with God or claiming to be God. And then he goes on to point out that there's no sound reason to deny or reject the teaching that Christ or the deity of our Lord Jesus Christ. And then he concludes, furthermore, by saying that the Iglesia Ni Cristo is a false religion because we do not believe that Jesus Christ is God. All of these statements are false statements, and this we will show in our discussion.
Okay, let's tackle these points. Earlier the pastor said that Christians believe that Jesus is both fully God and fully man, having dual nature, and that anyone who does not believe that is not and cannot be a Christian. Well, Brother Anthony, can we read in the Bible that Jesus is both fully God and fully man? What did the Christians in New Testament?
Now, at this point, Brother Erning, they're no longer talking about cult. They're now talking about the deity or the nature of the Christ. So it's like a diversion. This is because, that pastor clearly stated in this testimony that I called them a cult because they do not believe that the Christ is not a God, So now they diverted there. Okay, it's little long, Brother Erning. It's a little bit longer. So let's see if we can finish that. But for now, let's give our thought about these things. Okay, because they concluded at the very end, we are not a cult. The Iglesia ministers concluded at the very end that we're not a cult because we believe in one true God. It's not the belief. Cult cannot be you cannot
That is what we call, brother, theology versus control. Okay, so we taught on the air about cult, and we consider what's the author of the one that we read before about bite. Okay, that is how to discern or distinguish if a church is a cult or the leader is a cult. The bite, behavioral control, information control, thought control, as well as the emotional control. So the Iglesia Ni Cristo ministers took their side by protecting their faith. So when it comes to theology, they believe only in one God, same as we do. Okay, monotheism, Abrahamic faith. But the pastor of the Protestant believe about the Trinitarian, about three God, triune, one God having three persons. Okay, so theology, they brought the listeners to theology. Who is the true God? Is it true to believe that there is God? It is only one. God has three persons, and those three persons, different entities, is one in Godhead. So theology is different from control. We are after the word cult. Okay,
yes.
the cult should be considered as a practice, not a faith. It is not about faith, brother. It is about practices. If you
Yes.
manipulate your members, and if you are so very authoritative, what you say is true, you are a cult leader. You belong to a cult church. And these
Yes.
ministers of the Iglesia and the chairman always protect their side, and they always misled. That is misleading. They are misleading the people, brother, diverting from cult to theology, to prove that the pastor of the Protestant is wrong in believing that God has three persons, different. That is what we call Trinity. That is not the topic all about. Because cult has something to do not with faith, but it has something to do with the practices of the leader and the
Yeah.
members of that
Mhm.
church.
Right. Practices and how they are being
Controlled.
guided by their leaders. That's what cultism becomes. And what the members became. That's why they were called cultists, right? They are part of the cult because, they have an identical mindset of the leader, that the leader is controlling them and they want to control many people too as they can. That's what cult is all about. But this one, they are just proving about something else. They are proving about they're not cult because we believe in God. No, 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 no. That's not the point.
topic. That's
That's not the point. The point here is that how are you being managed by
Right.
your leader?
By the way, if I may inject,
Go ahead, Brother Henry.
the fundamentalist Latter-day Saints, FLDS, headed previously by Warren Jett,
Mm-hmm.
they believe in God.
Yep.
Probably, and you've seen the Netflix series where they don't even show, like images, right? Or we don't even know if they're Trinitarian, but they're cult, right?
Actually, they came from Mormonism, so they believe they don't believe in the Trinity.
Right.
They
So
don't be-
the argument of this group INC saying, "Oh yeah, we're not a cult because we believe in only one God." That, like you said, that doesn't answer the question.
Oh.
The question is, are you a cult or not? And if you are not, then maybe provide some proof that you are not controlling the members. And when you
That's true.
presented the bite model by Dr. Stephen Hassan, many of
Actually,
yeah,
it's not
go
just
ahead.
that. They said it cult or false religion, right? That's what they were asking. Cult or false? Is the Iglesia de Cristo cult or a false religion? Well, at this point, if you use as a measuring stick, what Dr. Hassan said, bite. Everything he said about the control is in the Iglesia.
You
We
know,
were
back in the
confused with that.
90s, I remember in the Philippines, there were several worship services where the lesson was just about denying that INC
Mhm.
was not a cult. It's like maybe a month long discussion. And back
Yeah.
then, I was really angry being labeled as,
Cult.
the INC being labeled as a cult. I was really angry until, like a few years ago, if someone mentioned, oh, that's a cult. And I really get frustrated, sometimes angry. Now, fast forward to now, after I learned about that bite model from Dr. Hassan,
Mhm.
and then I reflect back on all those criteria: behavior control, information control, thought control, emotional control. Everything, all of those are present in that church. Now,
Yes.
initially, it was hard for me to accept that I was part of that for many, many years and not really noticing it, right? I mean, when you're inside, you will not notice. Much like those members of the FLDS, they don't know that. I mean, they don't even mention that they're in a cult, but just the amount of control.
Mhm.
It's the word control. That's the main point here, right? And one example of control is in the block voting. would you not consider that as a form of control?
Yeah.
Huh? Where you're not, if you're a member of that organization, you cannot really choose your own candidate, and that you will be labeled as a violator of a sacred commandment, which really is not anywhere in the Bible, right? But if you ever go against the what we call the list of list of politicians that are approved to be uh, elected or voted by the members of that organization, if they find out those who violate that they call unity in voting, they will be expelled, right? So that's a form of control that I think these people who we listen to did not really elaborate. I mean, they went in circles and trying to justify that they're not a cult because they believe in one God.
And another thing. So let's not go farther from where we are listening to, right? These four ministers of the Iglesia de Chairman actually is in control. They're being controlled. There is a director there, and there's a script that they are actually following. So a script is a control. Tell me you don't have a script in that show. The way they were answering it.
And
Because
they
they're
cannot wander off those scripts.
Yes, scripted. So these are scripted. And the books that they were reading, who gave it to them? Did they research it? Or somebody researched it for them and then it was approved by their tagapamahalang pangkalahatan so that they can actually be on that show and allegedly answer the accusation that they are a cult. But actually, they're not answering it. They are actually like trying to tell people, I don't believe that there are Trinity. I don't believe in the Trinity. No, answer if you're a cult. That's what being asked of you. But you are saying, no, I'm not a Trinitarian. Let's say, hey, brother, are you a cult? No, I'm not a Trinitarian. Brother, are you a cult? No, I believe in one God alone. That's their answer, So it's like diverting diverting to something else instead of answering directly the accusation that the Iglesia is a cult. Now, these four ministers are actually in a cult. Why? You remember Hassan, Dr. Hassan? He said it's control. Cult, the bite model, that's cult. Behavioral control. Look the way they are actually behaving on that studio. You can actually look for it. Is the Iglesia de Cristo a cult? Try to Google that, and or in YouTube, is the Iglesia de Cristo a cult? That question, and these four will pop up, and you can watch them.
And and also, what's another proof? We did not notice this before, but now we can raise the question. If you're still inside that organization, are you even allowed to ask question like, for example, ask the minister, why are we supposed to be voting as one? Or why are we building chapel when it's no longer a commandment in the time of the Savior, right? And the apostle? You're gonna land somewhere that's not nice when you ask those questions. What does that mean? Those are form of information control and thought control, right? You're not allowed to be an open-minded individual in that organization.
Exactly. That's what
You just follow this set of doctrines and regulations that if you are, let's say, approached by someone and question you, why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? Well, it's something that we've been taught since our childhood days, right? These are like the what do we call that? The fundamental doctrine.
Yeah.
Right. For example, we cannot question the executive minister. And you
Naku,
ask them, why? We cannot. It's against the Bible. Where is it written? It's just there. Just obey and don't
yeah,
complain.
there you go.
What I mean, okay, that very slogan, obey and never complain, that
Mm.
alone tells you
Sa cult.
that this organization is a cult. I mean, obey and never complain. I mean, where can you? This is undeniable. I mean, the reason why they chose to highlight this other pastor is because they can get away with that kind of reasoning and argument. Now, I would suggest this for ministers. They can invite us,
Yep.
and we can,
Yep.
we can ask them the
Let's
question.
talk about it. Let's talk about it. If you're not
Yeah.
yeah.
Later on, we're going to show your email address where they can send the invite
Mm-hmm.
and talk. Talk like decent people. We're not gonna fight.
No, we are not. Because, that's the problem when we were there. Anybody who is actually, going against what we believe, that's a cultist mind. That's what that minister said, right? That's what that minister said. If you are combating the person who don't believe the same you do, you're like in a cult. It's actually the attitude, the behavior, right? The behavior of majority of the Iglesia ni chairman members, especially these ministers. But these ministers, they came from the United States of America, probably, and some of them are in Australia. Probably they are Americanized or they are Americans. The thing there is that they are different. They are different from those ministers in the Philippines. Those in the Philippines, they don't talk this way. They talk differently, especially the one who is always shouting, right? Yung pasigaw ng pasigaw, just to read the scriptures, he's going to have a very high tone. Ano ba tawag dun sa...
You can see the Adam's apple almost
Yeah.
ready to explode. Yeah.
Exactly. All of those veins on the head is actually good. He's not bald like us. Because if he's bald like us, then probably those veins will be showing when he was already reading the Holy Scriptures. Especially, when that person is actually praying. He thought he sounds cool. But, the thing is like, come on, brother, tone down a little bit. That's not the way to talk. Well,
By the
these
way, I've been
persons-
hearing a few notes from the members of that organization.
Hmm.
And one of their complaints, one, is that they are really, really irritated with the constant over the top shouting during the preaching and
Yeah.
during the praying. It's like a different world. And most of these people, especially young generations, they don't like that. It's almost like a noise pollution. It's like listening to like a really, really loud music that you don't like, similar to that. So instead of them being edified, when they go to those services, they come out really, really frustrated and angry and said, why do these people need to shout to the top of their lungs? I mean, there's already like a microphone amplifier system, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, going back to the this topic of, it's just funny
Yeah.
because we were waiting for the answer to the question of, hey, we're not a cult because we don't exhibit these bite model that you're talking about. Here in
Mhm.
our religion, you can freely ask your questions. You're not gonna be in trouble for asking us. Say, for example, why do we have this executive minister?
Yeah,
mean,
that they
You
fell into
ask
that
that
category.
question. Yeah, you ask that question right now, you'll be in big, big trouble. If you're a minister, you'll be sent somewhere or you're gonna be removed from your office. But anyway, that's just my food for
Yan,
thought.
yan nga eh. Yan ang manapo po natin. Ngayon, magtagalog naman tayo. No? Kasi tapos na natin pakinggan yung mga yan eh. Ngayon, para doon sa mga nakikinig dyan sa Pilipinas, dapat na ninyong maintindihan, no? Na ang kulto, hindi ang paglalampalataya pinag-uusapan. Yun yung attitude. Yun yung
Practices.
pamamaraan, yung
Yung
papamaraan. yung form
ginagawa.
yung
Oo.
ginagawa nila. No? Yan, dan mo makikilala yung kulto. Kinokontrol ng cult leader ang kaisipan, yung sabi nga
Impormasyon.
una mo na behavior, yung ugali, kinokontrol yung kaugalian mo, yung impormasyon, yung kaisipan mo, at saka yung emosyon mo. Kokontrolin
Damdamin.
nila yun. Oo, yung damdamin. Kapag ka gusto ka nilang paiyakin, lalo ka nilang paiyakin eh, di ba?
Parang yung ganito, no? Yung sasabihin, hirap na ba kayo, mga kapatid?
Ayan.
Yan, emotional
Hindi nyo
yun.
na ba makaya ang mga
Mhm.
pagsubok sa buhay na ito?
Ayan.
Emotional yan.
Tapos sasabihin na, ilalapit ko kayo sa Ama.
Ayan.
Oh my goodness.
Sasabihin ko sa Kanya ang inyong mga hinaing.
Nako.
Naging
Sasabihin ko,
tagapamagitan.
hirap na kayo. Bakit hindi siya kasama?
Hindi, kasi kayo hirap na hirap sa pagkakayo di kasi binibigay nyo lahat yung ako gumagastos niyan, di nyo ba
Ano
alam?
ba tawag natin just second person, ano?
Yan lang yan eh. Sabi nga huwag kayong magdaramdam ano. Itong sa atin ay pag tignan niyo, subukin niyo, tignan niyo mabuti, usisain ninyong mabuti. Itong mga ministrong nagsalita dito na sa English ano. Ito control na control eh. Pagkat hindi ganyan ang ministro ng iglesia ni chairman. Gayahin nyo kami. Ito kasi galing sa Amerika tong mga to eh. Ha? Ang tunay na mga ministro ng iglesia ni chairman, kahit yung nandito sa Amerika, kailangan umihiyaw ka.
Sabi kasi nila, pag hindi raw maningas or mabiyaya ang pagtuturo,
Hindi maalam.
maalab, mauulat ka.
Mhm.
Kaya talaga namang todo ang sigaw.
Mahalata mo, control na control sila eh. Itong
Mm.
4 na ministro eh.
Ay, oo.
Di ba? Directed eh. May director, may script. Dito
Pero
sa
alam
atin,
niyo,
wala.
napansin ko lang. Noong unang panahon, ang turing natin sa mga, katulad nyo nung nasa ministeryo kayo, ang tawag natin sa inyo mga magigiting na tagapagtanggol, laging dikahon ang mga
Oo.
argumento. Walang makakaporma, ika nga, di ba? Para bang, nako, huwag ka na mag-aksaya ng oras na makipag-debate o makipag-argumento dyan sa mga ministro. Dahil matatalo ka. Pero alam nyo ngayon, na-realize ko, bogus pala yon. Kasi
Kaya sila-
ngayon pag dinala nyo ang isang katulad ng mga 4 na yon, dinala nyo sa isang usapan na outside dun sa kinasanayan nilang or yung kanilang limitasyon, di ba? May limit lang sila
May
na
limit
pwede
sila
nila.
eh. Oo.
Scripted eh.
Alam mo, sabihin nyo, paliwanag mo nga sa akin yung Mateo 18:18.
Nako.
Paano naging talaan? Nako. Sasabihin nila, hindi, yan ang nakasulat sa ganito, ganyan. Pakita mo nga sa akin, paano naging tala yung tali?
Ayan. Alam
At
mo kapatid
saka-
na Henry,
Hmm.
hindi dikahon ang tawag na sa kanila ngayon.
Ano na?
Nakakahon.
Oo, control.
Oo, nakakontrol, nakakahon, kaya hindi pwedeng lumagpas
Minsan
doon
nga-
sa kahon.
Minsan nga iniisip ko, no? Ito, curious lang ako.
Mm.
Ano ang natututunan ng mga ministrong ito sa loob ng 6 na taon na pag-aaral sa kanilang universidad? I mean, you would think na sa loob ng 5 o 6 na taon, ibang klase yung mapoproduce, di ba? Yung talaga namang pag yung kinausap mo, meron kang kung ano ba yung sabi nila, may sense kausap.
Oo.
Mm.
Yung bang pag nakausap mo, sabi mo, kahit na magkaiba kayo ng pananaw o paniniwala, no? Pero pag nakausap mo, may punto tong tao na to, may common sense, di ba?
Mhm.
Pero pag nakausap mo, fresh graduate halimbawa, doon sa inyong universidad, sa New Era University.
Yeah.
Pag kinanong mo,
Eraan nyo.
oo, sabi mo, hindi ko maintindihan tong inyong turo tungkol sa block voting. Paano nagkaroon ng block voting? Wala namang botohan nung panahon ng mga apostol.
Yeah.
Nako, pag na-corner nyo sila sa ganon, sasabihin, mapapansin nyo para silang yung namumula sa galit. Di ba? Hindi nila madepensahan yung mga tinuturing na fundamental puno. Di ba?
Yeah.
Fundamental. Kaya, minsan naisip ko, in a way, hindi ako naiinis sa kanila, kundi naawa rin ako minsan. Kasi, imagine nyo, no? Nagtapos ka ng 6 na taon. Tapos, hindi mo maipaliwanag yung mga tinatawag na fundamental na bagay. Fundamental kumbaga sa engineering is algebra, 'di ba? Basic math 'yon. Sabihin mo 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Hmm.
O yun lang ang pinag-uusapan, eh. Sabihin natin, bakit kailangan puwersahin ng mga miyembro na bumoto na parang iisa?
Yeah.
Hindi
Alam mo
nila
yung
maipapaliwanag yun.
kapatid na Henry, may ibang kahulugan niyang fundamental.
Meron po. Ano po yan?
Oo. FUND, di ba? Fund.
Yun.
Tapos the mental. Fund, mahilig sila. Kinokontrol ang isipan nila para magkaroon sila ng fund.
Ayan.
Fundamental.
Ay, ano, sabi nga,
Oh.
itong mga ministro ng iglesia, Brad, kasi kami, mas senior tayo dito sa mga nagsasalitang
syempre,
ito di ba?
Oo.
Una, senior kami dyan sa mga taong yan. Yung natutunan yan, tama ka, limitado. Kasi nasa kahon sila Limited only. Ano? Una, tanungin mo yung mga yan. Sige nga, alam mo ba yung Millennial Kingdom?
Hindi nila alam yon.
Hindi nila alam yun. Kilala mo ba yung taga Berea? Hindi
Hindi
rin
rin
nila kilala
nila
yun.
yun.
Di ba?
Yun nga ang pinagtataka ko. Ano ang tinuturo sa kanila sa 5 taon na yun? I mean, kaya ako sinasabing 6 kasi may prep pa, di ba?
May prep yan.
May prep, tas 1 to 1, first year to 5th year.
Mhm.
So, 6 yun.
Yeah.
Ito
So,
nga, ang tinuturo, isang bagay lang. Yung doktrina tungkol sa Diyos. Tama yun. Wala tayong tutol doon. Di ba? Talagang isa lang ang Diyos. No? At walang persona ang Diyos. Hindi naman person ang Diyos. Paano magkaging persona? Di ba? He's not a person. He's God. He's different from us. The way He thinks is different from us. From people like us. Okay? Kasi ano naman yan madali nating maintindihan yun yung monotheismo Pero yung halimbawa, yung itinuturo nila na sila lang ang ligtas. Saan nila napulot yun? Wala naman kaming mababasa na Iglesia ni Cristo lamang ang maliligtas. Walang ganon. Hindi sinabi ng Biblia yun. Wala kang mababasang nakasulat na ganon. Pero napagduduktong-duktong ng mga ministro ng Iglesia yung mga bagay na yun. At nagkukonklusyon na kami lang ang ligtas. Kasi kita mo hindi lamang, it's not just, no? Hindi lang Iglesia, Brad, ang sila lang ang ligtas. Pati yung Israel, hindi na raw sa Diyos. Ngayon, ito, tanong dyan sa mga ministro na yan. Probably you will be understanding me because you cannot become a minister in the Iglesia ni Cristo unless you know how to speak Tagalog. Right? Although you are American, you grew up here, you were born here in the United States, and you don't know about any Tagalog language, you must understand the Tagalog language. Kaya ito, ang tanong natin dyan sa mga ministro na yan, ano ba ang pinagbabatayan ninyo ng doktrina? Purong Biblia ba talaga? Yan ang tanong. Maintindihan naman tayo nitong mga to di ba? Na sila, limitado ang alam. Ito
Totoo
lang,
yun.
itong mga ministrong ito, magagaling mag-English. Dito pinanganak yan pero limitado ang impormasyong pinakikita nila. Bakit? Controlled sila
Yeah.
Dito,
Wala silang tinatawag na, ano ba yung analytical thinking?
Wala
Walang
sila
ganon.
noon. Wala, hindi sila free to
Hindi
think
sila
the way.
na-train sa critical thinking. Isa pa yung word.
Wala silang critical thinking. Wala
Kumbaga,
silang,
ito lang dito lang tayo poposisyon sa fundamental doctrines ito. No more, no less. Kung ano yung nakasulat diyan, pag sinabi ng kanilang tagapagturo sa school, ang ating posisyon tungkol sa turo na to na ang halimbawa, ang unang digmaang pandaigdig ay pumutok noong July 27. Yan yun. Ay,
kasi
Teka. Speaking of bogus alert.
Ayun.
Yeah, hindi naman July 27, 1914 yung bakit ba hindi July 27, 1914? Alam mo, meron pang paliwanag ng una Sinasabi pa ng iglesia ni Chairman noon ang katunayan na July 27, ang simula ng gera, mobilization of troops, di ba? Started in July 27, mobilization of troops daw. Yun daw ang simula ng gera.
Yun nga
Until-
eh. Kasi nga,
Mhm.
ipipilit nila, naka 400 years. Yan na
Mhm.
yung ating sinusunod na, not just yung registration Hindi.
Mhm.
Ang tinuturo nila, the official outbreak of World War I was July 27, 1914. Hindi na sila makaalis doon. Kaya,
Yeah, because
babalik ako doon sa school. Halimbawa, may estudyante nagsabi, sir, teacher, brother, teacher, nabasa ko po sa world history ang Great War o yung world, kasi wala pang World War I noon dahil hindi pa naman
Mm.
nagkaroon ng World War II. So, Great
Mm.
War. Sabi doon po sa history, ah, ang nag-official outbreak ay July 28. Sasabihin siguro ng tagapagturo, "Hoy, mapanganib yang sinasabi mo.
Mhm.
Ialis mo yan sa isipan mo."
Ito yan eh. Basta hindi tinuro ng sugo na kinilala. Yan ang pumasok sa isipan ng marami. Pag hindi tinuruan niya ng sugo, mali. Kahit history po, yeah. Halimbawa, sinabi ng sugo, si Jose Rizal ay binaril sa ulo. Hindi tumalikod. Kaya yung nangyari na kasunod sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas, mali na yun. Para sa mga iglesia. Yan ang katunayan, merong thought control yung iglesia.
Which is
Yeah, information control. Oo,
characteristic ng isang kulto.
karakteristik ng isang kulto. Yan eh. Kaya, kung nung umpisa, sinasabi nyo, pinapaganda nyo pa wala namang masama doon sa salitang kulto. Noon yun. Di ba? O noon yun. Pero ngayon, pag sinabing kulto ka, na dyan ayaw na ayaw nyo, kaya sumasagot kayo, pero yung sagot nyo, sabi nga unsatisfactory. Unsatisfied ang tao eh. Ako, unsatisfied ako doon sa sagot nyo eh. Kayong apat. Dapat nag-research din kayo. Naglagay kayo ng sarili ninyong Nauna, binasa nyo muna. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng cult? Kasi, hindi kami cult. Sinabi sa inyo, hindi kami cult. Hindi, kulto ka. Hindi kami cult. Dapat inalam nyo muna. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng salitang cult? Di ba? Kasi, negative ka agad sa inyo. Positive, negative eh. Hindi. Ang cult na tinutukoy yung pamamaraan ng pagpapatakbo. Kinokontrol ang tao.
Kasi nga
It's
may
not supposed to be.
nagko-control sa kanila eh. Oy,
Oo,
ito ang
meron.
isasagot nyo
Exactly. Yun lang yan.
Pumunta kayo dun sa topic na iisa ang Diyos, etc.
Mhm.
etc. So,
Pero ginagamit naman ng iglesia yan ni chairman eh. Yung salitang kulto.
pag
Mga kapatid,
magpapapahid ng
meron
langis.
po tayong kulto de orasyon. Ayan, di ba? Ginagamit. So, depende yan eh. Hindi yan yung tungkol sa paniniwala nyo, hindi yan tungkol do sa inyong pananampalataya sa Diyos at sa Kristo. Ang kulto ay yung pangangasiwa nyo. Okay? Yung kinontrol ang isip nyo, kinontrol ang inyong emosyon, kinontrol ang impormasyon sa inyo. Katulad niyan, katunayang kontrolado impormasyon sa lahat ng mga miyembro ng iglesia ni chairman. Hindi nyo alam ang tungkol sa mga taga-Berea. Hindi nyo sila kilala. Hindi rin ninyo alam ang paghuhukom ng Kristo ay hindi isang beses lang. Ang unang paghuhukom, to convict. Ang ikalawang paghuhukom, to punish. Hindi nyo ba alam yun?
Pero ang
Kasi-
tanong ito, hindi nga kaya naituro yon or hindi
Hindi
nila alam o
itinu-
hindi lang tinuturo?
Hindi itinuro kasi wala sa agenda nila ito. Control nga kailangan kontrolin
Pero
mo
you
tao
think alam nila yon?
Oh, I think so. But
Para
we
sabihin
don't-
nilang silang eksperto sa Biblia, siyempre.
Oo. Kasi nababasa naman nila yun eh. Ay, di ba sabi nga doon sa kwento, nagkulong ng 3 araw si kapatid na Felix Manalo. 3 araw, 3 gabi.
Saka
Pero parang
nakabuhay ng
meron-
patay.
nakabuhay ng patay. O di, kumbaga sa meron kasing, alam mo, eto ako, kinikilala kong sugo, pare, si Martin Luther, sugo yan. Sugo yan ng Diyos. Sino pa? Si Magellan. Sugo rin yan. May pinagawaan Diyos dyan. Parang yung apat na angel, mga sugo yun, di ba? Oh. Tapos yung ibang angel, sugo yun. O sige. Oh, sino pa? Maraming isinusugo ang Diyos sa bawat pagkakataon at sa bawat panahon na kailangan na magsusugo ang Diyos. Pero may partikular na tatrabahuhin lang yun. Hindi yung tatrabahuhin mo lahat na ikaw na lumitaw na ngayon, na ikaw na yung nagtatag ng lahat. So, hindi ganon ang pagsusugo ng Diyos. Sa bawat pagkakataon, meron siya isusugo. Kanya-kanyang trabaho yan eh. Akin, sa aking pananampalataya, sapagkat yun ang mababasa mo sa nakasulat sa Biblia.
Alam niyo, pag binanggit niyo tong topic of outbreak of World War I sa
Mhm.
mga members, i-insist nila hindi. Kahit pakita niyo yung ebidensya, yung mga world
Mhm.
history, yung page na nagsasabing nagsimula ang unang digmaang pandaigdig noong nagpadala na nung tinatawag na ano ba yung parang sulat na nagde-declare sila ng
Declaration of War.
declaration of war, yung Austro-Hungarian Empire
Mhm.
nagpadala na ng sulat dun sa liderato ng ano bang bansa yon, Serbia.
Sa Serbia. Mm.
Oo. So hindi yung nag-aamas sila ng troops, or ano ba tawag nila doon, yung sabi niyo kanina,
Ay,
yung
sabi nga, mobilization.
mobilization. Hindi yun.
Oo.
Kasi pwede kang mag-mobilize sa magkabilang border, pero hindi pa necessary na may gera na. Kumbaga
Mhm.
nagigirian pa lang noon, di ba?
Mhm.
Ngayon, pag nagpadala na ayon sa yung parang tinatawag na yung kumbaga yung standard na sinusunod sa mundo, yung pag nag-declare ka ng gera sa akin, yun ang umpisa. Hindi
Yeah.
pwedeng walang declaration. Ngayon, nagpadala ng mensahe siguro yung emperor ng Austro-Hungarian Empire. Sinabi niya sa kung sino man yung namumuno sa Serbia, "Oh, gusto ka naming digmain." Anong date yun? July
Oo.
28, 1914. Noong July
Mhm.
27 siguro, nag-iisip pa lang siguro yung magkabilang panig. Siguro yung emperor ng Austro-Hungarian, nagsusulat pa
Mhm.
lang siya, pero siniisip niya, papadala ko ba to? Hindi ko papadala. Papadala ko ba to? Hindi ko papadala. Ngayon, ang
Pero,
nakakapagtaka,
mm.
paano nalaman ng INK noong 1914 na magpapadala nga ng sulat? Parang meron silang kumbaga crystal ball, ano. Kasi nauna sila eh, parang okay, irerehistro ang organisasyon July 27. Wala pang ano noon, dahil nauuna ang Pilipinas kaysa sa Europa, tama?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sabi kung July 27 sa Pilipinas ng kung anumang oras, ahead lagi ang Pilipinas ng mga 7 oras.
Mhm.
Kaya nung halimbawa nagparehistro ng 12:00 ng tanghali ng July 27 ang kapatid na FYM, 'no?
Mhm.
Eh, alas madaling araw pa lang 'yun, o maaga pa 'yun sa Europa, July 27 ng umaga pa 'yun.
Mhm.
Ngayon 'pag binring up niya 'yan dun sa apat na 'yon, i-insist nila hindi, July 27.
Mhm.
Ayaw nila mag-open ng kanilang mind and sasabihin na, "Sandali, titignan ko nga, ire-research ko nga." At kung mapatunayan nila, halimbawa, yung pinakapinuno ng iglesia na 'yan, nakita niya, naku, July 28 nga ang outbreak ng World War I. Iisipin mo sa isang, kung
Mhm.
susundin niyo yung mga tamang protocols, 'di ba? Hindi ba magsasabi yung leader, "Teka, mali tayo. Mag-ano tayo, anong tawag nila do'n 'pag yung meron silang error sa pasugo, erratum, 'no?" Magpapahayag sila, "Nagkamali po tayo ng mga tinuturo simula nung mga 100 at mahigit na taon na tinuturo natin ang outbreak ng World War I ay July 27, mali pa." Gagawin kaya
Mm.
nila 'yon?
Yeah. Kumbaga
Gagawin
sa
kaya
ano, alam niyo, ito lang yan, no?
parang tanong na walang sagot 'yun, ano?
Yan July 27, July 28 na yan. Okay, sige, one day short kayo o one day advance kayo. Alright? The thing is like, Okay, may hula, ends of the earth. Sige, nandun kayo sa bahagi na yon. Okay, sama yan sa hula. Hindi eksaktong-eksakto, pero nandiyan kayo sa hula. Pero may hula pa rin na mangyayari sa inyo eh. Tatalikod kayo eh. O diba? Yun pa rin yun eh. Ngayon, sabi nga, July 27, baka ano eh, kasi nga Monday yan eh, Monday. Lunes yan, July 27, 1914, Monday.
Baka hinahabol yung opisina, no?
So, yung July 27, Monday yun. So, Monday din yun dun sa Europa, di ba?
Yeah.
Oh. Kasi, kumbaga sa ano, yun ang doon pa lang madideliver eh. Kasi kung Sunday i-deliver, wala naman sigurong trabaho. Walang postman nung Sunday. Tsaka Saturday. Oh. Kaya, July 27, Monday dineliver. Nung dumating, anong oras na doon sa Serbia? Yun ang tanong.
Mm.
Di ba? So, those date, off kayo, okay, sige, tanggapin natin off kayo dyan sa July 27. Pero, sabi nga, baguhin na ninyo yung history. Tama nyo yung history kasi hindi naman yan maapektuhan yung ano eh, yung pananampalataya mo, lalo na sa hula eh. Di ba? Pero yung ituturo mo, ipagpipilitan mo kahit mali ka na, yan ang tinatawag natin na control.
Control.
Yan ang tinatawag natin na control. You don't want to, sabi nga, you don't want to budge, di ba? Ayaw mong mag-back out eh. Ibig sabihin, talagang controller ka. Yun lang yan eh. Ito pa, bogus alert. Where is the evidence to that claim? Ayan. When will the INC owned by the Manalos be able to answer the many questions we raised? Lagi natin tinatanong ngayon yan eh. Yung tungkol dun sa bind o tali. Paano naging talayan? No? Lagi natin tinatanong yan kasi marami nang nagigising dyan eh. Diyan kasi yan ang Achilles heel ninyo, brothers. Mga iglesia. Kasi yan ang Achilles heel. Diyan tayo natakot nun eh. Na pag wala tayo sa talaan, mawawala tayo sa langit. Yun ako. Bogus o yan. Hindi
At saka ang
totoo
isa
yan.
pang bogus yung isang tao na siya lang ang merong karapatang galing siguro sa langit na pwede siya magtala, pwede rin siya mag-alis ng pangalan sa aklat ng buhay sa langit o tinatawag
Yeah.
nating Book of Life.
Yeah. Book of Lies sa kanila yan eh.
'Di ba?
Mhm.
Paano magagawa ng isang mere mortal na makokoman niya o mapapasunod niya ang langit, no? Kasi parang langit ang sumusunod sa kanya, no? Pag tinala niya raw, natatala din sa langit.
Pag binura niya, burado rin.
Burado rin, ano? So, napakamakapangyarihan pala nitong tao na to, no?
Yeah. Ngayon, maraming maniniwala dyan eh. Okay? Pero nga naniniwala doon sa isang nakakulong na ngayon, siya rin yung Kristo. Ilan yung bilyon yung naniwala. Kasi ang mga tao, Brad, laging naghahanap ng leader. Ganyan yan, kapag nasa kulto ka, o kaya nagkaroon ka na ng ganyang isipan, at nangawala yan, alam mo, panoorin nila yung yung Obey Me, di ba? Sa Netflix, Obey Me, False Prophet.
Oo, maganda 'yon. Pero kung hindi pa nila napanood yung prequel doon, yung tinatawag na Keep Sweet, Pray
Yeah.
and Obey.
Yeah, Pray and Obey. Si
Warren
Jeffrey. Yung isa, yung bago. Alam mo kung sino nabibiktima? Yung hindi naman naalis doon sa yung isipan ng kulto eh. Yeah. Mabibiktima ka niya, kita mo. Ang biniktima nung tao na yon na napakatabang tao, no? Isipin mo, yun ding mga dating member ni Jeffrey o ni Warren Jeffrey. Kasi
Warren Jeffs.
Warren Jeff. Kasi yun ang kanilang mentality.
Yun ang kanilang propeta.
Yun ang propeta nila.
Ngayon,
naniniwala
kaya
sila
niya nalinlang yung mga miyembro dahil sabi niya, kasi matagal nang hindi nakikipag-communicate si Warren Jeff kapag nasa kulungan siya, di ba?
Nakakulong, oo.
Ngayon, ang sinabi nitong isang tao, siya daw ay nakikipag-usap ng personal at direkta kay Warren Jeff.
Mhm.
At dahil sa excited o sabik yung mga dating followers ni Warren, sabi nila ba, meron pala tayong middleman o messenger mula sa ating propeta.
Mhm.
Eventually, sinabi nung nag-claim, mahilig din mag-claim to, no? Na wala na raw si Warren Jeff.
Mhm.
Siya na
Patay na.
kaya siya na ang pumalit at
Yeah.
binigyan daw siya ng authority ni Warren Jeffs na siya ang mag-represent o manguna sa kanila sa kanilang pananampalataya. So, yung mga tao na bilib kay Warren Jeffs dahil siya daw yung propeta o sugo, naniwala din dito sa taong ito na sabi niya siya raw ang nilagay na kapalit ni Warren Jeffs. Kaya may mga nabiktima rin siya at pag-iisipin niyo, ang dali ano, ang daling
Yeah, kasi hindi mo
linlang.
babaguhin eh. Ito lang yan eh, no? Bakit ang Islam lumago? Kasi hindi naman siya lumayo doon sa biblical teachings ng mga doon ng Torah eh, na gamit ng mga Hudyo. Hindi naman siya lumayo doon eh. Tapos ginamitan niya ng konting kamay na bakal. So, monotheistic din, di ba? Yung mga ano. Ganyan din, kapatid na Henry, ang nagaganap sa ibang mga tao. Hindi ka talaga lalayo. Tamo ha? Ang paniniwala ng iglesia ni chairman, sila lang ang ligtas. Merong mga kasama na humiwalay doon. Ano ang paniniwala ngayon? Sila lang ang maliligtas, hindi na yung iglesia. Oh, meron namang isang ministro din na nakasamang natiwalag dyan dati, no? Na yun daw ang tunay na iglesia. Aalisin lang yung pinuno. Kaya sasama sa kanya para magbabalik doon later on. You see that? It's the same thing. Ang hinahanap ng tao kung ano yung hindi talagang yung mensahe. Kasi nga ang problema, pagka naging kulto ka, okay? Ang isipan mo, naghahanap ka palagi ng propeta katulad nung mga kasama ni Warren Jeff, no, na yung propeta. Ito na yung propeta. Ayun na. Ganon nadadaya ang tao. Hindi yung,
Ka
ano ba talaga yung aral?
Kasi nga nag-take advantage yung mga nakaalam ng konti ng Biblia na
Mhm.
sinasabi nila na mahirap intindihin ang Biblia. Kailangan
Yeah,
merong magpapaliwanag para sa'yo. Kung ikaw
exactly.
lang magbabasa niyan, hindi mo yan maintindihan. Baka
Yeah.
malito ka, baka
Mhm.
maligaw ka. Kaya
Mm.
ito kami para ipaliwanag sa'yo ng buong linaw.
Yeah,
Kaya without us, hindi niyo maintindihan yan. Kaya
exactly.
nga hindi namin kayo ini-encourage na magdala ng Biblia, magbasa ng Biblia. Makinig lang kayo sa'min, tsaka magbasa
Mhm.
kayo ng pasugo.
Ayan.
Yung pasugo
Control.
nga pala $2.50 ang isang
Ewan ko
issue,
ngayon kung ganun pa. Yan ang tinatawag nating control. Di ba?
control.
So, dyan mo ikakikilanlan ng kulto. Beno, sabi nga, lumagpas tayo doon sa oras natin, pero napag-usapan natin ng maganda yung dapat natin pag-usapan, ano, dahil sa may mga katanungan. Hindi pa natin nabasa yung katanungan kanina eh. Ano ba yung katanungan kanina? Ganda siguro eh, pakita natin sa kanila yan eh. Ayan, oh. Ay, a member of the church, di ba? Of chairman. Yung a member of the church of chairman, yung kanina. Mm, Ayan. A member of the INC called and asked if the organization he belongs to is a cult after seeing the episodes we presented about the different ways to determine if an organization falls under the category of being a cult. Well, sa aming pinresinta, tingnan nyo. Kung ang iglesia ni chairman ay pumapatak dyan, kinokontrol ba kayo? Yan ang tanong. Impormasyon dyan, kinokontrol ba? Kasi kung ang impormasyon dyan hindi control, dapat alam nyo lahat. From Genesis to Revelation. Di ba kapatid Neneng? Yun ang
Dapat.
dapat eh.
Mhm.
Dapat alam nyo yan eh. Dapat kilala nyo taga Berea. Dapat alam nyo rin na yung lumang tipan ay obsolete na. Okay? Hindi na yun ay foreshadowing na lang sa mangyayari. Ang dapat nyong sundin ay ang batas ng Kristo, hindi yung batas ni Moises, hindi yung kautusan ni Moises. Dapat yan ang matutunan ng tao ngayon. Kaya, magsaliksik pa tayo ng magsaliksik. Hindi kami all-knowing, but at least, there are new things that we are learning. Habang meron tayong nahuhukay na bago, edi adapt natin ang ating sarili doon. Yun naman ang gusto ng Diyos eh. Di ba? Kapatid na Erning?
Kaya pagka tayo ay nagre-research, ay isa lang kahulugan nun. Along the way, pag may nakita tayong totoong-totoo, ayun ang yakapin natin. Kaya
Ayan.
Ang mag-change ka ng pananampalataya hindi masama po 'yun, eh.
Hindi,
'Di po ba?
basta
Kaso sa iglesia ni chairman period lahat, eh. Kami lang
oh,
maliligtas, period. Kaya
mhm.
pagka hinanapan mo ng pruweba, wala silang maipakikita basta period. Basta, ang
Basta.
sagot na lang nila, basta kami lang maliligtas.
Yun lang. 'Di ba,
Malimit
wala
ka
ng
ng basahin,
explanation.
Efesos 5:23-25 na ang iglesyang wikang ililigtas ng Kristo. Hindi naman nila naintindihan yung ibig sabihin ng iglesia. Hindi, yan
Hmm,
bang orihinal na termino? Ba hindi.
hindi.
Ang orihinal na termino, ekklesia. Yun po ay ang mga samahan ng mga called ones. Yun po ang asembleya o grupo o samahan ng mga sumasampalataya sa Kristo. Hindi nagtayo ang Kristo ng religious organization. Ang
Hindi.
kanyang itinayo ay mga templo, mga tao, mga mananampalataya. Kaya sa panahon niya, mesyaniko mula aklat ng Henesis hanggang sa aklat ng mula aklat ng Mateo hanggang sa huling aklat ng Bagong Tipan, Apokalipsis, wala kayong makikita na nautos ang Kristo at ang mga apostol magtayo kayo ng literal na bahay o kapilya o templo. Bakit? Sapagkat sa 3:16 ng unang Korinto, kayo na ang templo. Sa inyo
Mhm.
nananahan ang Espiritu ng Diyos. Sa
Yes,
makatuwid,
yan nga.
mga kapatid, pagka yan ay hindi itinuro sa inyo at ang itinuturo sa inyo palagi, magtayo ng kapilya, babasahin yung Hagay 1:8, isa lang kahulugan po noon, information control.
Yeah.
Kinokontrol ang impormasyon ninyo. Kaya kayo naman na mga miyembrong gullible, ibig sabihin ng gullible, kung anong sasabihin ng leader nyo, yun ang paniniwalaan nyo, maliligaw nga kayo. Bakit? Hindi nyo siniyasat eh. Hindi katulad ng mga Biryano, bago sila sumampalataya, nakinig muna sila, may pananabik na nakikinig, pero kanilang siniyasat sa paanong parahan. Pagka binasa ninyo sa Easy
Ayan.
Bible, ang sabi roon, binasa ang Biblia araw-araw.
Mhm.
Saka sila sumampalataya matapos nilang matiyak na yung itinuro ni Pablo ay totoo. Kayo ba
Mhm.
ganon? Dapat meron kayong analytical o critical thinking. Hindi
Actually,
basta hindi basta
mhm.
kayo amin ng amin doon sa
Ta
leader niyo. Kaya
Tama.
kung ano yung leader, kung ano gusto ng leader niyo na ipapasunurin kayo, susunod kayo kahit
Mhm.
naglabag sa kalooban niyo.
Yeah.
Katulad ng pagboto, tuloy-tuloy na natin hanggang 10:30 ito. Katulad ng pagboto, ang sasabihin ng leader niyo, ito iboto ninyo sapagkat ito ang wikang pasya ng Diyos. Huwag kayo na hindi makipagkaisa sa amin. Pag hindi kayo nakipagkaisa sa amin, hindi kayo nakipagkaisa sa Diyos. Pananakot yun. Para kayo matutulad kayo kay Ananias at kay Sapphira na namatay. Gusto ba niyo ng ganon? Diba? Eto pa, kung ang mobilization of army, kapatid na Jeriel, ay bahagi na ng shooting war o digmaan. Alam natin ang Amerika nagpapadala ng mga war equipment sa Philippines hanggang ngayon 2026. Kapatid na Jeriel, yan
Mhm.
ba ay digmaan na? Ang ibig
Hindi.
sabihin nun? Hindi pa. No? Hindi pa. Naghahanda lang sila sapagkat may threat against sa China eh. So ang
Mhm.
Amerika, pumutalyado ng Philippines, nagpapadala sila ng gamit. Ngayon, ang tanong, paghahanda ba yon? Mobilization ba yon? We can call it as a mobilization of
Tsaka
armies na
ang
with
troops saka armies hindi lang mino-mobilize, tini-train. Yung bang training
tinitrain
meron
pa,
na.
oo.
Parang
Kaya,
ano yan eh, nagte-train yung boksingero.
boxing na.
Nakikipag-boxing na ba? Hindi pa.
O hindi pa. Kaya, kaya ang ibig lang sabihin, ang kasaysayan po ay pinaniniwalaan natin. Ba't naniniwala ho kayo kay Lapu-Lapu? Na nakita niyo ba siya? Hindi. Buhay ba siya? Nabuhay kayo? Hindi pa. Ba't niyo pinaniniwalaan? Sapagkat yan ay nasa history. Ba't itong history ngayon nagsasabi na ang declaration of war ay July 28, 1914? Ba't ayaw niyong paniwalaan? Mas pinaniwalaan niyo yung sinabi ng leader niyo, July 27, 1914. Mukha yatang kayo'y selective sa paniniwalaan niyo. Ibig lang sabihin, parang walang iniwan doon sa nung nasa Europa, kakapatid na Jeriel, may isang
Mm.
ministro na ang isa pa rin boses nung pinagaganda eh.
Yeah.
Matinig yung boses. Anong
Yeah.
sabi niya? Kahit puti, pag sinabi ng ng
Ng
pamamahala
pamamahala.
na pula,
Pula. Pula na yan.
paniwalaan niyo pala. Ayun. Ano yan? Yan ay isa sa palatandaan ng
Kulto.
kulto.
Yan.
Pasensya na
Yan.
kayo.
Oh.
Pinag-uusapan natin kasi kulto eh. Yung 4 na
Yeah.
ministrong pa-English pa, na akala mo hindi
Yeah.
marunong managalog,
Mm.
ang kanilang sagot ay misleading. Pag sinabing
Mm.
misleading, kumbaga sa korte, pupunahin yun ng judge, "Hey, you have to rephrase your question." Bakit?
Yeah.
Misleading. You have to
Mm.
rephrase your answer sapagkat misleading. Out of the
Mm.
topic ka. Ang topic
Mhm.
ay kulto, napunta ka sa theology, paniniwala sa isang Diyos at saka tatlong persona.
Ayan, nako. Yeah. Yan ang mga pamamaraan nila eh, kapatid na Erning eh. No?
Yeah.
Kumbaga sa ano, diversion eh. Ngayon,
Misleading.
ito, sabi nga, sige, sabi nyo, hindi kayo kulto.
Oh.
Okay. Sige, hindi kayo kulto. Sagutin nyo, Mateo 18:18.
Ayan, sagutin. Hintayin namin ang sagot nyo. Ito.
Yeah.
Banggitin na natin kung sino. Joe Ventilacion.
Mhm.
Kaibigan kita, no? Magkakaibigan tayo. Hindi tayo magkaaway. Nagmamahalan tayo. Pero ito, for the sake of millions of believers diyan sa iglesia ni Chairman, pakisagot. Idepensa ninyo. Idepensa nyo yung 18:18 ng Mateo. Patunayan ninyo na yan ay talaan ng maliligtas.
Mhm.
O yan ang hamon namin.
Kasi alam mo, kapatid na Erning, kung ang tinatakbuhan lagi niya mga yan, pag
Kalagayan ni Kristo.
pinagtitibay ng pamamahala.
Wala.
Naku.
Okay.
Oo, yan lang yan eh. Pag pinagpasyahan daw ng isa o tatlo, dalawa o tatlo, pinagtitibay sa langit.
Ito yan. Ang pinagtitibay ng Diyos sa langit, kung ang pagtitibay nila ayon sa kalooban ng Diyos.
Ayon na nasa langit.
Pagka hindi ayon sa kalooban ng Diyos na nasa langit, gaano man kayo karami na nagkaisa diyan, ang inyong pinagkaisaan hindi pinagtitibay ng Diyos.
Ayan ang ating ano dyan, di ba? Kasi ganyan kayo sasagot eh. Misleading na naman.
Misleading na naman kayo eh.
Ganyan yan eh. Ngayon, ayaw nila sagutin yan kasi yan ang kumunoy sa kanila. Pag pumunta
Nako.
sila diyan, kumunoy. Pero alam nyo kasi ang problema lagi kaligtasan ng ano nyo sa tao eh. Na pag wala dito hindi maliligtas. Wag natin pag-usapan yung kaligtasan. Sapagkat ang kaligtasan, isa lang nakakaalam kung sino maliligtas, kung sino hindi. Ang Diyos lang na siyang hukom. No? Sabi nga magaling pa sa inyo doon si Soriano na mayapa na nga lang eh. Sabi ni Soriano, sabi na Diyos sa labas, ako aatol. Ba't yung inaatulan nyo lang sa labas ng iglesia nyo? Nako, ipit na ipit. Ipit na ipit ang iglesia dyan. Doon
Hindi
sa
nila masakit
salitang
sa
ganyan ni Soriano. Masakit yun. Di ba? Tapos nauwi kayo doon sa gustong umuwi ng tao dyan sa Pilipinas. Nauwi kayo sa pasasalubong nyo doon sa inyong kapatid na Porinaria Amuraw. Ano ba yan? Di ba?
Naka-red carpet pa.
Tapos, naka-red carpet pa, may
Rest-
kape,
rest-
sinasabi nyo.
rest in peace.
Tapos rest in peace. Sabi nyo, hindi yan. Hindi ganyan mga kaibigan. Ang paraan ng pagkumbinsi sa tao para sampalatayanan ang inyong iniaalok na pananampalataya. Yan ay paraan ng isang kulto. Sa simula maganda, sa simula mabuti. Alam niyo ba kung kanino paraan yan? Paraan yan ng Antikristo. Basahin niyo Biblia. Yan ang gagawin ng Antikristo. Sa 3.5 taon, mabait siya. Walang palaso. Di ba? Meron siyang pana, meron siyang bow, pero walang busog, walang palaso. Di ba? Pero pagdating ng 3.5 years, yung kalahatian, nako, lilitaw ng kasalbahihan.
Pagka hindi ka sumunod sa kanya tumanggap ng tanda, hugot ang ulo mo.
Ayan na, di ba? Ganyan ang Antikristo. Ganyan ba kayo? Antikristo ba kayo? Hindi naman, di ba? Sinasabi nyo hindi. Hindi nga kayo kulto, sabi nyo eh. Pero ituwid ninyo yung paraan ng pagtuturo ninyo. Di ba? Maging mabuti talaga tayo. Huwag tayong nagagalit. Kung tayo man ay pinupuna, sabi nga ng Panginoong Yahushe, happy are you when people revile you. Di ba? Kailangan masaya ka kapag they speak things against what you believe. And you have to be happy about that. You're not supposed to be angry.
Alam niyo, isa siguro sa mga kurso na hindi tinuturo sa 6 na taon na yon na pag-aaral, yung tinatawag na anger management.
Wala.
Wala niyan. Tama ka doon. Wala yan, brother.
Kaya ang daling magalit pag yung nakokorner.
Meron kaming subject doon, kapatid. May subject, Angry Bird. Hindi, biro lang yan. Mga Angry Bird eh. Di ba? Yan yung mga Angry Bird. Kung tayo ibon mong daragit, Angry Bird.
Merong aklat na itinuro na pinababasa sa atin how to How to influence people, ano tawag doon?
Si Dale Carnegie.
Oo.
How to win friends and influence people.
Oo.
Dale
Yan ang
Carnegie.
mga
Maganda yung libro na yan, basahin niyo yan.
basahin niyo.
Alam mo, natatawa ko kasi yung Angry Bird. Kasi yung kwento ng mga ninuno ko, ang
Hmm.
Kapelix daw nung nabubuhay pa, talagang matapang talaga. Hinahamon yung pare sa debate. Sabi nga daw nung ni Felix Manalo, ewan ko gano'n katotoo, ito, kwento lang nung aking mga ninuno, ano? Sabi, pare, bumaba ka riyan, tayo'y magdebate.
Ano ba?
Bumaba ka riyan, tayo'y magdebate. Sabi daw. Yun ang sinasabi ng mga ninuno ko. Well, anyway, ganyan din ang sinasabi natin pero hindi natin sinasabi yung paraan na gano'n. Sabi natin, brother, baka gusto mo pag-usapan natin yan. Hindi ba? Yang Mateo 18:18. Di sige. Hindi tayo magkaaway. Sabi nga, we are opponents but we are not enemies. Ayan.
Okay, yeah. We agree to disagree. Ipaliwanag niyo sa inyo.
Yun lang
Bueno,
naman.
tayo po ay nagpapasalamat, kapatid na Jeriel, kapatid na
Yeah.
Henry, at sa mga kapatid natin na tayo po ay minsan pa na nagsasabi sa kanila, sana po ay magpatuloy po kayo at tayo po ay mananalangin na.
Ama naming Yahuwah, salamat po ng marami sa iyo. Pagpalain mo kami, pagpalain mo ang mga nakinig. Tulungan mo makaunawa pa kami ng mga katotohanan galing sa iyo. Ama, isa lang naman ang nais mo sa amin. Buksan namin ang aming isipan. Kaya ninais mo na ang kasaysayan na naganap sa Berea ay mapasulat. Ito ay iyong in-inspire para po mapasulat sapagkat mababasa ng tao. At ang nais mo sa tao na nakikinig sa mga mangangaral, maging bukas ang isipan. Ama, tulungan mo po ang aming mga kaibigan, ang aming mga mahal sa buhay, lalo na yung aming mga malalapit na kamag-anak na magbukas ng kanilang isipan. Unawaing mabuti ang iyong aral. Huwag nilang hanapin sino sa amin ang tama, kundi ano ang tama na dapat naming sampalatayanan. Pinananalangin din po namin ng mga leader ng iba't ibang bansa na sana sa kanilang mga pagdidesisyon para sa kanilang mga mamamayan ay yung hindi makapananakit at magkakaroon ng ano pamang magugulong sandali sa buhay ng mga tao, kundi magkaroon ng kapayapaan. Pagpalain mo rin at basbasan ng mga nangangaral. Sana ay wag maging makasarili. Wag silang gagawa ng paraan na magtuturo na di umano yung mga salita mo, pero ang nais lamang ay magkamal ng kikitain salapi upang mabuhay. Ama, tulungan mo po na ang bawat isa ay magkaroon ng panahon na mag-aral ng iyong mga kalooban. Patawad po sa aming kasalanan sa pangalan ng Panginoong Yahushua na aming tagapagligtas. Amen.
Okay.
Okay
Sige po.
Good
Hanggang sa
night sa
muli po.
inyo. Good night, kapatid
Good
na Henry.
Okay, Henry.